ಅದು ಕನ್ಫರ್ಮ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆನೆ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ರು ನೋಡಿ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದ್ರು.
Hello.
How are you, Guru?
I'm good, Prabhuji.
Saturday, we are inviting you for a small get-together. Please come.
Saturday, most probably I will not be available, Prabhuji.
Lunchtime.
Second Saturday, holiday then.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಬೇರೆದು வேலை ಇತ್ತು. Try, Prabhuji. If I'm
Yeah,
available.
possible. Join for lunchtime.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Maybe we'll wait for another 1 minute. Let others join. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Amma idara?
Ha, amma idare.
Bartara Saturday.
Ha, Prabhuji?
Saturday amma bartara?
Gottilla ba Prabhuji. I'll ask her.
No problem. Okay, we'll start. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttamasloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkripa Tamaham Vande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Chaitanyamishwaram Paramanandamadam Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Gayapataka Swamitinam Namacharya Padanitaya Padani Gaura Katadamadani. Hare Krishna and a pranam to all devotees. Welcome to Bhagavatam discussion. We'll continue reading from Bhagavatam. We stopped yesterday at purport. Yeah, 21.
21, Prabhuji.
Yeah, you're not finished, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, we can start from here.
Yeah. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
This humbleness of the pure devotee who is 100% engaged in his service puts the devotee of the Lord in trance by which to realize everything, because to the sincere devotees of the Lord reveals himself as stated in the Bhagavad Gita 10.10. The Lord, being the Lord of intelligence in everyone, even in the non-devotee, favors his devotee with proper intelligence, so that automatically the pure devotee is enlightened with the factual truth about the Lord and his different energies. The Lord is revealed not by one's speculative power or by one's verbal jugglery over the absolute truth. Rather, he reveals himself to a devotee when he is fully satisfied by the devotee service attitude. Sukdev Goswami is not a mental speculator or compromiser of the theory of as many ways as many conclusions. Rather, he prays to the Lord only, evoking his transcendental pleasures. That is the way of knowing the Lord. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. So further, Prabhupada is writing that the humbleness of pure devotee who is 100% engaged in his services puts the devotee in the trance. So the one of the real quality for a devotee being a humble. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, no, Trinadapi Sunishena, Tarorapi Sahishnuna, Amanena, Manadena, Kirtaniya Sadahari. So that is how the humbleness should come. That's why Mahaprabhu is saying, in that mood, Kirtaniya Sadahari. Always chant humble and tolerant. This is the proper one particular place says that we have to put that in a garland, because these 2 points, humble and tolerant, this sloka or this verse from Sikshashtakam, I should always remember. I should always tolerant like a tree, and humble like a blade of grass. And without any expecting any respect, I should give respect to everybody. And in that mood, Kirtaniya Sadahari, chant the holy name always. Says Sada. Sada means always, not just morning, not just 16 rounds, always. That is the point. And such devotees who are always engaged 100%. See the Prabhupada words 100%, there is nothing less. Such devotees are put in a trance to realize everything. Otherwise, I'm not able to realize. I'm doing something. But am I realized full? No. That's not required. That's why Prabhupada is quoting from 10.10 Bhagavad Gita. Tesham satata yuktana bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi hogam tam yenam mam upadyante. Tesham satata yuktana bhajatam priti purvakam. One who serves Lord priti purvakam. That is important. Because people do service. There are many people do service, right? Like the service can be different levels. Service, service can be different levels. Service can be out of fear. Service can be out of duty. Service can be out of obligation. Or service can be out of love. Out of fear. For example, children sometimes do something because parents tell them, okay, if you don't do it, I'll beat you. Or, that kind of, out of fear. Or sometimes the police ask people to do something because fear. So that is not the real service. Certain duties out of duty, like the people work, they do service. For example, service in the temple also, the pujaris. Some of the pujaris are paid salary, they employed. They are duty. They get salary, so out of duty. And certain time obligation. The spiritual services, that Prabhu is telling, okay, for that sake, let me do something. Because I don't want to say no, or I don't want to, disappoint him. That's why let me do it. I'm not interested, but let him do something. That's out of obligation. Now, the service out of love, without no fear, no obligation, and no other purpose. It's only love. That is what required. Tesham satanam bhajatam priti purvakam. Such devotees, dadami buddhi yogam tam. He says, I'll give the intelligence. Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita 15:15, Sarvasya chaham disannivisto matha smritir jnanam apavanam cha. He says, I'm there, everybody's heart. I'm the one giving the intelligence. I'm the one giving the memory. I'm the one giving the forgetfulness also. And such intelligence, Prabhupada is Lord being the Lord of intelligence in everyone, even the non-devotees. Favors his devotees with the proper intelligence so that automatically pure devotees enlightened with the factual truth about the Lord in his different energies. So I don't have to do any extra thing. Automatically, Lord gives intelligence. Divya Gyan Hriday Prakashito. Acharya is saying that Divya Gyan is not coming from mind to mind. It's Divya Gyan Hridaya. It's Prakashito. It's automatically coming from the heart. So many times people would have experienced so many things I don't know, but somehow we get that. The intuition comes, especially when you go in front of the Lord. So many things come to our mind. Who gives? Lord arranges. That's why Prabhupada is saying that He reveals himself to the devotee when he is fully satisfied by the devotee's service attitude. Again, attitude, service attitude. The more we develop a service attitude, Lord is satisfied. So why are we doing everything? Because it's pleasure. And that I should develop the service attitude. My attitude always should be how to serve the Lord, how to serve his devotees. I should not run away from the service. Generally, what happens is that even in any program we go, as soon as survey comes, we run away. We don't go near that. But that is the most important quality. One who grabs, or one who is actually laulyam, one who is actually hankering for service. Hey, Prabhu, please give me some service. Let me do something. How can I help you? How can I do? This is the mood a devotee should develop. But today it's generally ulta. No, I will come, I will sit, I'll take some prasadam. Yes. No service, nothing. So that's what expected. Devotional bhakti means devotional service. Without service, nothing can be done. Prabhupada is making it very clear. Lord is fully satisfied by the devotee's service attitude. So that's why Prabhupada says Sukadeva Goswami is not a mental speculator or a compromiser theory. So we cannot compromise preaching four-legged principles. I cannot say that no, you can do this, you can eat this, you can no. Yes, this is what Shastra, but time, place, circumstances, the people may accept, may not accept. I cannot enforce them, but I cannot change it. That's the point. I cannot say that you can eat meat. No, I cannot say that. But if somebody is eating, I cannot at the same time take a gun and stop them also. But I can request them, I can plead them, I can, tell them it's not good. So that's why it says, rather he prays to the Lord only invoking his transcendental pleasure. That is the way of knowing the Lord. So the process of knowing the Lord is to just offer prayers. And with that mercy, we can realize the Lord. Okay, we'll read the next token, 22. Who's going to read 22? Somebody can read?
Krishna Prabhuji.
No.
Prachodita yena pura Saraswati Vitanvata Adasya Satim Smritim Hridisva Lakshana Pradu Bit Ashyat Same Rashinam Rishabha Prasidatam. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Right.
May the Lord, who in the beginning of the creation amplified the potent knowledge of Brahma from within his heart and inspired him with full knowledge of creation and of his own self, and who appeared to be generated from the mouth of Brahma, be pleased with me. Purport. As we have already discussed herein before, the Lord as the super soul of all living beings, from Brahma to the insignificant, and endows all with the required knowledge potent in every living being. A living being is sufficiently potent to possess knowledge from the Lord in the proportion of 50, 60 fourths or 78% of the full knowledge acquirable. Since the living being is a constitutionally part and parcel of the Lord, he is unable to assimilate all the knowledge that the Lord possesses himself. In the conditioned state, the living being is subject to forgetting everything after a change of body, known as death. This potent knowledge is again inspired by the Lord from within the heart of every living being, and it is known as the awakening of knowledge. For it is comparable to awakening from sleep to unconsciousness. This awakening of knowledge is under the full control of the Lord, and therefore we find in the practical world different grades of knowledge in different persons. This awakening of knowledge is neither an automatic nor a material interaction. The supply source is the Lord Himself. Diyam Patihi. For Even Brahma is also subject to this regulation of the Supreme Creator. In the beginning of the creation, Brahma is born first without any father and mother because before Brahma there were no other living beings. Brahma is born from the lotus, which grows from the abdomen of Garbhodakshayi Vishnu, and therefore he is known as Aja. This Brahma or Aja is also a living being, part and parcel of the Lord. But being the most pious devotee of the Lord, Brahma is inspired by the Lord to create subsequent to the main creation by the Lord through the agency of material nature. Therefore, neither the material nature nor Brahma is independent of the Lord. The material scientist can merely observe the reactions of the material nature without understanding the direction behind such activities, as a child can see the action of electricity without any knowledge of the powerhouse engineer. This imperfect knowledge of the material scientist is due to poor fund of knowledge. The Vedic knowledge was therefore first impregnated within Brahma, and it appears that Brahma distributed the Vedic knowledge. Brahma is undoubtedly the speaker of the Vedic knowledge, but actually he was inspired by the Lord to receive such transcendental knowledge as it directly descends from the Lord. The Vedas are therefore called Apurusheya, are not imparted by any created being. Before the creation of the Lord was there Narayana, Parovyak, earth, and therefore the words spoken by the Lord are vibrations of transcendental sound. There is a gulf of difference between the two qualities of sound, namely Prakrita and Apakrita. This physicist can deal only with the Prakrita sound or sound vibrated in the material sky, and therefore we must know that the Vedic sounds recorded in symbolic expressions cannot be understood by anyone within the universe unless and until one is inspired by the vibration of a supernatural apakrita sound, which descends in the chain of disciplic succession and disciplic succession from the Lord to Brahma, from Brahma to Narada, from Narada to Vyasa, and so on. So, mundane scholar can translate or reveal the true import of the Vedic mantras, hymns. They cannot be understood unless one is inspired or initiated by the authorized spiritual master. The original spiritual master is the Lord Himself, and the succession comes down through the sources of parampara, as clearly stated in the fourth chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. So, unless one receives the transcendental knowledge from the authorized parampara, one should be considered useless, nishphala matah, even though one may be greatly qualified in the mundane advancements of arts or science. Sukadeva Goswami is praying to the Lord by dint of by dint of being inspired from within by the Lord, so that he could rightly explain the facts and figures of creation as inquired by Maharaja Parikshit. A spiritual master is not a theoretical speculator like the mundane scholar, but he is a Strotriyam, Brahmanishtam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, Prabhupada, given a nice purport. So, Sukadeva Goswami is saying here, my Lord, in the beginning of the creation, amplified the potent knowledge of Brahma from within his heart and inspired him to with the full knowledge of creation. So we all know that the first creator is Krishna. I mean, everything is come from Krishna. Ham sarvasya prabho matha sarvam pravartate says everything there is nobody before him. That is the first. Like Brahmaji also says in Brahma Samhita, Ishvaraha Parama Krishnaha Satchidananda Vigraha Anadi Radir Govinda Sarva Karana Karana. He is Sarva Karana Karana. He is Anadi. There is nobody before him. So Sukadeva Goswami also saying this. He is beginning And who is the first creator? Is Brahma. How Brahma came? Brahma came from Krishna. Like the expansion happens when Krishna, the Mahavishnu. For Mahavishnu, each pore of his hair, one in Brahmanda comes. In that Brahmanda, Garbhodakashayi Vishnu goes and he sleeps. From his navel, the lotus of stem comes in. From there, Brahmaji comes. So when Brahmaji comes, so Prabhupada explains here, the Brahmaji came here, there was nobody. He is the first creator and he did not know what to do and everywhere darkness. So he started meditating and then he got instruction that the Akashavani came, tapa, just to tapa. So thousands of years he did tapa, meditated on Lord Krishna. Then he got this knowledge. Prabhupada here, creation also says that, sloka says, full knowledge, creation of his own self, and who's appeared to be generated from the mouth of Brahma to please with him. So then he says, Prabhupada says here, Brahma to be insignificant ant. Everybody has to go through the cycle of repeated birth and death. So that Brahma who got this knowledge from Krishna and through the heart-to-heart transformation, we got the knowledge. So in the Bhagavatam also talks about Krishna who has given the first knowledge of Brahma to, Veda to Brahmas. So here Prabhupada further says here, different percentage, that since a living being is constitutionally part and parcel of Lord, he is unable to assimilate all the knowledge that will possess by himself. So what knowledge Krishna is possessing, nobody else can. Depending upon their gradation, Lord Shiva certain percentage, Lord Brahma certain percentage, and whereas Jivas has very limited percentage. So with that knowledge, we cannot understand Krishna. That is the point. So in the conditioned state, the living beings are subject to forget everything after change of body known as a death. So what is death? Death is dehinosmineta dehe kaumara gunajara tata dehantara praptir dhira satranamuyati. So the child becomes youth, youth becomes the old, and after old, we leave the body. I mean, it's a normal circle, but nowadays need not become old. Even the young also can leave the body. But when you leave the body, that is a state called death. That means the soul leaving this body and then going into the another body. So in that process, he forgets. When he takes another body, he forgets the past. There could be some exceptions. There are reincarnation, the experience, there are near-death experience, all those things. But generally, people will forget. So for this reason, then, and it's comparable to awakening from the sleep of unconscious, that when the soul gets into the another body, he comes to awakening consciousness. It's like you was in sleep, now we come back to awakening. That's the state. Prabhupada says here, Brahma is born from the lotus. Yeah, we discussed on that. Then the main creation of the Lord is through the agency of material nature. So there are unlimited Brahmandas. Can anybody say that how many souls are in this creation? Please put in the chat box. What will be the number of souls available in the creation of Krishna? Use the chat box and put it, please. So Prabhupada says that therefore neither material nature nor Brahma is independent of the Lord. No one can be independent. Even Lord Brahma is not independent. He depends on Krishna. So therefore, the neither material or spiritual world, both are under his control. The material scientist and merely observe the reactions of the material nature without understanding the direction behind such activities. So Krishna's activities, normal scientists, they cannot understand. They may think that I'm studying something, I'm doing something, but they cannot understand because there is the potency of the Lord is so high. Prabhupada here says that Brahma is undoubtedly the speaker of Vedic knowledge, but actually he was inspired by the Lord. The whole Vedas Brahma got it from Krishna, and in turn, Brahmaji gave it to his disciple Narada, Narada to Vyasa Vyasa to Sukdeva, that is a disciplic succession. So Prabhupada says this Apaurusha means it's not done by any Purusha or any human being. It's Apaurusha. So yeah. Then Prabhupada talks about Prakrita sound and Aprakrita sound. So Prakrita sound is that vibrated in the material sky, whereas Apakrita is supernatural or spiritual sound. Prabhupada said they cannot understand unless one is inspired or initiated by the authorized spiritual master. So this is the point we need to understand. We cannot so easily understand Krishna. To understand Krishna, we have to go through the process, this purification process, and should be inspired and initiated by a spiritual master who is into the parampara, one of the 4 paramparas. That is the point. Prabhupada further says, the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So unless one receives the transcendental knowledge, sorry. So what is slokas refer? Tadvidi panipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti jnana tattvadarshana. So one should surrender, one should serve and ask Tadvidi paniprashnena sevaya. We need to ask questions. What are the questions? Questions can that help me to improve my spiritual advancement? And with whom? The tattvadarshi. How? By serving. Tadvidi panipatena pariprashnena sevaya. So not just asking questions and arguing. No. Questions ask so that my spiritual improvement happens. And before that, I should serve. That is the most important. Without service, there is no bhakti. So again, coming back to the same point here. Prabhupada here says, Sudeva Goswami is praying from the Lord by dint of being inspired within by the Lord. So who is inspiring? Lord himself inspiring. And with that, he's offering prayer. Prabhupada says, Parishit Maharaj was not an ordinary person. He understood everything, but still he is asking so that he can release Srimad Bhagavatam. So Prabhupada writes, a spiritual master is not theoretical speculator. Spiritual master cannot be a theoretical speculator or like a mundane scholar, but it is a Shrotavyam Brahmanistha. He is completely Brahmanistha. He is completely dependent on his Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra. That is the point. So we'll stop here. The devotees can share their comments, feedback, if any. Yes, who want to start? Yes, Mashankar Prabhu, start. Yeah, Reena Mataji, go ahead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam.
Yeah.
Today's learning is a devotee has to be humble. The humbleness of devotee is the quality of a devotee. And always being humble and tolerant is good. And I should always be humble like a tree and chant the holy name always. Such devotee who always serve Lord Preet Purva Purvakam, right? Service can be at different levels, fear or maybe duty or an obligations. So I do not have to do anything, but Lord gives us the intelligence. Prabhuji, here I would like to share a personal experience because I strongly feel I get guided. Even if I do not know certain things to do at times, I feel there is a guidance that comes to me, and somebody is really holding my hands in terms of telling this is the right way of doing things, and I that's how my connect is becoming more stronger. I feel that there is a supernatural power which is Lord Shri Krishna, who is guiding through me and helping me go in the right direction. And I think that is what is building. Slowly, I'm building on that attitude is what I felt, and I thought I'll share this experience that I have, and it's not just once; it has happened to me many a times. and that's a very strong feeling that I have within me. So that's one thing. And the next second chapter of 22, you explained about everything comes from Lord Sri Krishna, and Lord Sri Krishna is the Sarva Karna Karana. Okay, and Brahma came from Lord Sri Krishna, and when Brahma came, he also meditated Lord Sri Krishna, and that's where Srila Prabhupada also said that Lord Sri Krishna says that first knowledge sharing has shared with Lord Brahma, and with limited knowledge, it was difficult for us to understand Lord Sri Krishna. And Brahma is inspired by Lord Sri Krishna, and that's where you also explained about different types of sound: the Prakrata sound, the materials sound, and the Aprakrata sound, which is the supernatural sound. To serve one should surrender, and if one surrenders, we should be able to ask also the right question on how I can improve on my spiritual improvement, by asking the right questions, and that is where we also learn and improve ourselves in terms of the bhakti bhav that we have got, and that is possible where we mindfully chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So that's my learning, Prabhuji. Thank you for the class.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, sir. Umashankar Prabhu, you say anything?
Correction, Prabhuji. Mother just told everything, Prabhuji.
Mayappan Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Almost it will be of duplication. I think Mataji has covered everything. Humbleness and tolerance are the qualities of pure devotees. One who serves the Lord wholeheartedly and loves such sincere devotees will be provided intelligence, the service attitude. One who volunteers spontaneously for delivering devotional services will be recognized, and Lord reveals himself to such devotees. And primary creator is Brahma, who performed tapa for thousands of years and received the required Vedic knowledge from Supreme Lord. Soul leaving the body at the time of death, and the soul gets awakened in another body only after purification. One can understand Krishna. By serving, one must request for clarification, thus can improve spiritual progress. Spiritual master is not in speculation and speculation knowledge. He is completely dependent on Vedic knowledge received in Parampara. That much I understood, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Swati Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, from the class, main points I would take is we should be humble enough. We should open our heart and do the service to the Lord without any fear or obligations. And the second point is, second point is related to service only. Prabhuji, like how much, whatever sadhana we do, it's actually to activate our seva bhav in us, so that should be our priority. So I have to work on that part. That's all, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Thank you. Who else? Kanchana Mataji.
Yes, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. The spiritual masters are not speculators, they guide you on the right path. And to be with spiritual master is keeping humble humility and service attitude. That service attitude should be out of love. And then even Brahma, when he came out of the navel, he did not know what to do. So that was done by Lord Krishna, who is the God person, but no one came like him. Lord Krishna is his own material manifestation. He comes and he's with devotees enjoying. Lord Krishna is the only um, God, supreme God. Like all other gods, they manifest and they go away, but Krishna was with devotees, and Lord reveals himself to the devotee who is completely 100% in service to Lord. Okay, sir. Saira.
Hare Krishna. Sarup Prabhu, anything on time?
Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam.
Dhanavad Prabhu.
Mariappan Prabhuji and Rena Mataji already has been covered everything, so I have nothing to tell right now.
Thank you. Lakshmi Mataji. And
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
No one is independent, including Brahma in this Brahmanda. Only God is the most dependent person in this universe or everywhere. Everywhere He is the dependent person and supreme personality. He reveals Himself to the pure devotees and He gives intelligence to them to do all the services. And He is Anadi, God is Anadi, and He is the beginning of everything. And no one can assess the knowledge of Lord, the potent knowledge of Lord, no one can assess. The spiritual improvement happens to the devotees only through service, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Did I miss anyone? We'll stop here. Vancha kalpatarubhyasya kripasindhavyavacha patitana pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namaha. Nanta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Antaraj Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. See you on Monday. Meantime, try to call as many devotees. Maybe those who are in our Bhagavata group also, please try to message them, request them to join. For all others, let others also join Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. I'll end the call now.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, number of jivas. It is infinitive, Prabhuji.
Yes, yeah, unlimited. There is no limit. Yes, there's no count. Yes, I think answer is correct.